What is going on, my people of the planet? I hope all is well with you and yours. I am D Venom, here to raise those vibrations. I hope all of my people of the planet are staying on that straight and narrow and doing everything possible to not do anything bad to lower and or jeopardize those vibrations. Now, we have a lot to discuss, so before we do, I want to thank our newest followers for embracing the platform with their energies. Those particular individuals are Facts Porcupine Podcast, Shorty V, and Andres Zenteno. I appreciate you guys very much for embracing my platform with your energies and taking the time out of your busy lives to listen to me. Now, Facts Porcupine Podcast was a huge factor during my live event, October 5th of this particular year. In fact, Facts is the only particular individual who wasn't coy in regard to that live event. They answered my questions. They were very involved. They, shared their podcast with me and told me that they enjoyed my show. And I really do appreciate that very, very, very much. The biggest thing that I appreciate about Facts is the fact that they held me accountable in regard to my addiction. I don't have people in my life holding me accountable. Only people or elements or entities that are holding me accountable in regard to my addiction is the spiritual realm. Aside from that, there is no family, there are no friends, there are no counselors or therapists that are holding me accountable in regard to my addiction when I go left. And Facts held me accountable and told me that they would stop following me if I relapse. And I know that's some harsh things, or those are some harsh words to say to someone. And I am begging you, Facts, to hang in there with me. I'm only human. And I wish that sometimes I wasn't. I wish that sometimes I was a fucking robot that didn't have to have feelings and things of that particular nature. But God, that was my ankle, you guys. But God created me one of you things, a human being. And with being a human being, there is something called flesh. And unfortunately, I gave into the flesh. And the flesh wants what the flesh wants, and I wanted drugs and some motherfucking flesh, and the universe gave me just that. But the universe also held me accountable during that live event. In fact, this happened shortly after you departed and left, and it's probably a good thing because you would have heard some shit that would have flipped your whole motherfucking understanding. Those who were left behind and heard some, heard stuff that they shouldn't have been hearing. I'm pretty sure that y'all were, y'all probably was like, oh my motherfucking God. But even I was shocked when I played, because I didn't listen to my live recording right then and there because I was asleep for like 2 motherfucking days because I was, coming down from, my binging and whatever else the case may be. And, at this point, this was the crash stage. So I was getting rest. Anyway, when I went to check my recording, I was getting ready for work and I was playing it and everything was fine. And I'm like, this is a damn long recording. I thought I ended this motherfucking bullshit when I went to the store to get something to drink. This is where the universe basically, my karma came very, very fast. here I am on the straight and narrow at the park, working on my podcast, addressing you guys and going live. And I fuck it all up when I go to the motherfucking gas station to get something to drink, and I see a scallywag that I just know is on motherfucking drugs and has something. Now, mind y'all, I started getting high. Well, when I relapsed, that was on the 4th. I checked my bank account and I remember how much I took out. And it was on the 4th. And anyway, I continued to party all the way up until it was time for me to head back to work, which was that Monday, October the 7th. Remember, I had a whole week off of work because when you work for the school districts, there's fall break and things of that particular nature. So I was off for the fall break. And I figured, well, shit, I'm off for a whole week and I'm going through these motherfucking cravings. Going to sleep isn't working. Curling up like a child in the fetal position isn't working. Masturbating just to get my mind off of all that, pornography and whatever else and perversion and shit like that isn't working like it used to. I mean, I could just masturbate and get it all over and done with, and I can just get back to a normal life because my mind is thinking about sex or anything like that or drugs. That wasn't working. Working on my podcast or my other social media platform, nothing wasn't motherfucking working in regard to these cravings. And I know some of y'all are out there, well, it's easier said than done. Well, y'all can kiss my ass. This is my addiction and this is what I'm going through. And, nothing wasn't working for me. And I know that I can't always use running to the devil's drug as a clutch when I have cravings, because what's going to happen the next time, when I have cravings, when I'm on my walk with sobriety, what the fuck am I going to do then? Get back into temptation. But anyway, I just know that I was craving really motherfucking bad on the 4th of October, and I put out there in the universe the fact that I'm going to get high and I'm going to score some shit. And I called some individuals and, that flaked out. The universe blocked that. And I went against the universe. I sure did. I got in my car. I'm just like, what? Fuck this shit. And I was pissed, because everyone I'm calling, the universe is intercepting, those phone calls and blocking, text messages and just, the universe was on my head and on my ass in regard to what I wanted to get into. And I got in my car and I went for a ride or two, and I went to a particular park. I won't name that park, but I went to a particular park, and before I got there, I went to a particular gas station that's around the corner from that particular park. And no, I didn't. I went to the park first because I got out of the car and I was walking around asking people if they know where to get, some G. But basically I was just asking people that I knew get high, if they have G. And, they were like, no, because I don't look like them, I don't look, and I hate to say it like that, but I don't look like your typical scallywag that's just out there like that. If anything, I look like an undercover cop to these individuals. So they were like, nope. And I was getting frustrated. So I went to the gas station that's around the corner from the park, and people hang out there. And so I'm just like, scoping, just like a motherfucking predator looking for prey. I am scoping, and I have a detached retina. I told you guys this, and I'm pretty much legally blind out of my right eye, but I can still see like shades and movement, to a degree. And even with the one motherfucking eye that I have, that's working properly, I was scoping through that motherfucking crowd looking for, someone that I could get some dope from. And there was someone sitting at the bus stop by themselves, and I walked right over to their motherfucking ass, and I'm just like, hey, where to get some, G at? And they was just like, no, not right off hand, blah, 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 blah. And they was just like, if we go here, basically, let's go on a little mission, and then they could probably try to find some. So we get in my car, and we ride, and mind you, no driver's license yet, almost there. But anyway, we're driving around trying to find the shit. And they were like, well, there's some group of people right there, give me money. No, we're not doing that. I was upfront. I'm not playing them games. I'm not giving nobody no motherfucking money up front to do a motherfucking thing. We're thinking they're going to come back with any motherfucking dope. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So anyway, didn't score there. So we went to the park, and bam, they ended up, finding someone that had, some stuff, and they had $10 worth, hell, whatever, just get the shit, and, I'll break you off, and then I can go about my business. So come to find out, the person that had the shit was one of the scallywags that I ended up fucking around with that I brought over here. And, they didn't know it was me at first. And they was just like, oh, this John, blah, 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 and because I told them my name was John. And, they was like, oh my God, this John, I didn't know that was you, yada, yada, yada. And yeah, whatever. So anyway, I ended up getting my stuff, and I broke the person off a little, something for themselves. And so myself and the scallywag started, talking or whatever. And they were, at the park with a gang of people, including, I guess, their girlfriend and all this type of shit. They were supposed to have went to rehab. I think I told you guys this, they're kind of like the model type when they're not fucked up, and their mom is from a different country, not Ibiza, but it's something of that particular nature, and the father is from here. Anyway, this is that particular scallywag. Their addiction is fentanyl, unfortunately. So anyway, they wanted me to take them to the gas station around the corner, the gas station that I scored the scallywag from, that scored the dope. And anyway, I took them around the corner to the gas station so they can go get something to drink. So they're in the gas station for a extra long time. For one, they high as fuck on fentanyl, and so I'm getting irritated. I'm standing outside of the gas station waiting on them, because it's just like, you're holding me up from getting high, or whatever the case may be. And this is all October the 4th. And anyway, someone that knew me from a while back, when I asked them if they could score something, I mean, I'm obvious. I have a mohawk and whatever else, and I'm tall as fuck. So it's just like, you can point me out the crowd real quick. But anyway, they remembered me, and they were just like, well, remember you asked me if I had anything, blah, blah, blah. They were just like, are you still looking? And I'm just like, well, what you got, what's up? And so they was just like, well, I got, 20, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, what I got now is not going to last me. And if I get this, I can, pretty much do all this, before it's time to go back to work. And, they bam, I pretty much got my party in, and that's that. So anyway, the person didn't want to do business right in front of the gas station, which is understandable because it was pretty busy. So they told me to meet them around the corner. And that's when the scallywag came out of the gas station finally. So we get ready to go, but the scallywag wanted me to take them to go get some cigarettes. And I'm just like, no, I'm not about to do that, because, somebody got something for me, and, I need to, get this. So anyway, the scallywag gets upset with me, told me that I'm fucking up their mission, because they on the fentanyl mission. So they get out, pretty much walk back over to the park after I get around the corner to meet the other person. So anyway, they walk off, and I told the other person that I have to go get some change, so I'll be right back. Go back to the gas station, get my change, go back, meet the person, and, that's that. I get what I get from them. And I went home, And, yeah, I started to, engage in methamphetamine and, started watching my little, interviews, with MMA players and shit like that with nice bulges, and I just got back into that perversion mode and pornos and shit like that, and I was happy. I was a happy camper, you know what I mean? I got my dope and I got my porn and I got my MMA interviews and shit like that, and I'm looking at bulges, and I was one happy pleased motherfucker. Anyway, October 5th comes around, and I do believe that I'm still, getting high a little bit. And, or did I? Yeah. No, I didn't do all that. No, I was still getting high. Yeah, I sure was. Anyway, the live event, I'm trying to figure out if I still had some stuff left or what. And if I think I had did it all. I don't know. I just know that the live event, I did that, and I had to go get something to drink because like now my mouth is thirsty or my throat is dry. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let me go to my notes real quick. Okay. Talk about October 5th and how I relapsed. Tell how I was getting ready. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I started getting high on Friday, the 4th of October, and ended getting high on Tuesday, October 8th. So, I was somewhat high, or whatever the case may be, during the live event. I'm trying to think here. I don't know. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know if I had anything, because I think I did all of mine, because I had some scallywags in between the 4th. I'm trying to think if I had a scallywag on the 4th or not. I think I did. And then what I mean by having a scallywag is I think I picked up someone and had some form of sexual encounter with them on the 4th. And then I think that I came home, got some sleep or whatever, and I think all of the dope and shit was gone. And then that's when the live event came around. Okay, I'm just trying to backtrack, you guys, so that I'm on track and making sure that I'm telling y'all the truth and sticking to that the best way that I possibly can. So anyway, I do believe the 4th. I know that I did that whole dime that I bought. And I also did that whole 20, but I didn't do it by myself. I had picked up someone and pretty much shared with them, and it seemed like not everywhere that I went, but mostly everyone that I came across had some damn dope. This is what I put out to the universe. This is what I wanted to do. So this is what the universe brought my way, was motherfucking dope, because the person that I picked up, they had their own shit too that they shared with me. So I'm getting high, y'all. I mean, my thing is, if I'm going to get high, I'm going to get high. And that's what the fuck I did. So anyway, yes, all the other dope and shit was gone because I did it all that Thursday. either that Thursday or I cleaned it off that Friday morning towards the evening, or either way it goes, I didn't have anything on me when it came time for the live event. So I do the live event. Everything is a success. It's perfect to me, considering this is my live event. I had about 20, 30, 40, I don't know how many people was engaged, but it was a handful of people that were engaged. And anyway, Fax was there, and there was a couple of other people that joined. Now, Fax ended up leaving, and there was maybe 6 or 7 people that were engaged at that time. I remember that I said I had to go to the store to get something to drink twice, but the first time that I said it, I was so engaged with my live event to the point where I didn't go right away. Then, which I probably should have, I waited. So I then went to go and get something to drink from the gas station that's not too far from where I was. I get out the car and I pull up to a gas pump because I went to go get gas as well. I told the people on the live event that I am going to go and get something to drink and get some gas. I'll be right back. I closed the door to my vehicle, and I see a scallywag with glasses sitting on the curb, like right as you pull into the gas station. I wasn't going to let that slide. I knew that motherfucker was high, and I knew that I just smelt it. You know what I'm saying? So I walked over to them and I started a conversation with them, and I asked them, pretty much if they get high, and they was like, yeah, blah, 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 I got some, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, okay. And that's the only thing that I could think of was just getting high. I had already started, and it's just like, well, shit, I may as well keep going because, I still got a couple of more days left or whatever the case may be, and shit, let that be the reason. Anyway, I remember I went in, paid for my gas, paid for my drink, and the scallywag and I were walking over to my car. And when I played the recording back, I could hear either me or the scallywag asking if I had a pipe. And you could hear all that. And we get in the car, and I don't know why I didn't stop the episode like right then and there, or just tell the scallywag to be quiet or whatever the case may be until I got done addressing everybody in the live room and ended that shit. But I'm still talking to the scallywag, and they're talking to me. And at this point, another scallywag that I know from the park ended up waving, and saying hi and asking me what I was doing and stuff like that. You can hear all of this. So at this point, I'm like, okay, you guys, I'm about to end this recording, yada, yada, yada. But you can still hear me talking to the other scallywag, asking him if they wanted to go to the park or whatever. Not saying anything at that point about, smoking or nothing like that. But I'm just like, well, let's go to the park, whatever else. So the scallywag gets in, and it's 2 scallywags and myself. We go back to the park, and at this point, I'm thinking that the recording has stopped. Now, mind you, I had my phone display on 10 minutes instead of 30 seconds like I usually have it. I kept it on 10 minutes because I was working on my Podbean podcast, doing some stuff, and I hate when it just times out on me like that, and when I'm in the middle of doing something. So I kept it on 10 minutes because, while I'm listening to my, recordings on when I'm listening to my Podbean podcast recordings, the slightest movement, especially on the app, will just start you from the beginning. And I don't like it. So anyway, if I'm just working on something and I need that display light to stay on for a long time, then I put it on 10 minutes. So that's the only thing that I can think of is when I thought that I stopped the recording and the display light must have stayed on. Something happened to where that motherfucking live chat did not stop recording. And I'm not embarrassed about nothing. I don't feel any particular way about anything. This is real life. And this is the real life that, y'all just caught a real life addict in the act. And it's no different than intervention, following those people around and, catching them in the act or whatever. Y'all didn't see anything. Y'all just heard everything. Y'all heard the flicks of the lighter. Y'all heard, child shit. After that one scallywag left, it turned into a porno on you motherfuckers because the bitch got to sucking dick and all type of, child, this is real life addiction in regard to what I'm going through. I can't speak about anyone else, but what I'm going through in regard to my motherfucking addiction. It's some real ass shit. And this is no acting. I have no cameras around. Well, shit, I hope I don't have no motherfucking cameras around me recording shit. Now I'm not getting paid. But there are no actors. There are no one getting paid, for doing any of this. This is real life, nitty gritty, underground drug life. And not all of what those people heard in the live chat room that still stayed behind, not all of that was bad, because there were topics of conversation. And y'all, now, when y'all were listening, y'all heard me, but y'all really didn't, because even though I am going through what I'm going through in regard to my addiction, I am still the empath of the situation. I am still the light worker. I am still the person that is the listening ear to these broken individuals. And the one person that was in the back seat that was doing, a great majority of the talking, was talking about, how they don't know how their life got to where it got to, talked about their children. They talked about, having, they need new friends and stuff like that because of what they're going. They just talked about real life stuff aside from, methamphetamine and whatever the case may be. They talked about some real life stuff and stuff that's hurting them. And I'm not saying that what we were doing was right, because we were, near a park setting, smoking and whatever else the case may be. None of that was right. But, you got to hear the human in regard to some of these people that are caught up in their addiction. And even though I was getting ready for work. Now, mind y'all, I was asleep for a couple of days because I had gone through the crash period. So I have not listened to my recordings I did not listen to the live chat at that particular point. So when I did check it out, I'm looking at the timing and I'm like, damn, this is pretty long, considering I thought I ended it at a certain point. Anyway, I'm playing it and I'm in the shower and I'm listening to it, and we get to the gas station part, and no, I didn't get to that part yet because the phone kept fucking up, and anyway, the phone kept fucking up and I had to keep starting the episodes back, from the beginning. So anyway, I got done with my shower and I'm in the living room doing some stuff, and I see that it is past the part where I told the audience that I'm going to end this and blah, 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 blah. And I see that it's still going, and I'm just like, no. I'm like, this is not happening to me. And I instantly got pissed off at myself. I'm like, you stupid ass bitch, blah, 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 blah. And I had to stop. I'm just like, for one, the word stupid is it's just a harsh motherfucking word. And I had to stop calling myself that. I'm just like, this is just one less than smart move on my behalf. But on the same token, I'm glad that this happened, because for one, that was my karma from the universe. You want to use drugs. You want to be a part of this lifestyle. You want to, think that you're slick. Let us show you that you're not being slick. And they allowed that recording to continue on. Not only did the universe play me out, but so did Satan. Satan played me out, and Satan got a huge laugh in regard to that. Y'all should have seen my facial expression. It was like I was caught in like a deer caught in headlights, like a bitch in a scary movie that doesn't see Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy Krueger, the Exorcist bitch. That done seen every motherfucking scary man and woman created. Okay, that's how I was looking. I'm just like, this is not motherfucking. My mouth was dropped. Okay, like I had about 12 dicks inside of it. I'm just like, this is not happening to me at this motherfucking point. I'm just like, with everything else going on, the relapse and all of this type of shit. Now, y'all heard me giving out my motherfucking phone number and all type of motherfucking bullshit. And I was going to upload the episode so, that basically everyone else can hear. But I'm just like, that's not the proper thing to do, considering the fact that, some people may recognize voices and whatever the case may be. And, even though we were just talking about various different topics of conversation before it turned into a porno. But, I just didn't feel the need for it to be uploaded. What the people in the live chat room heard, that was good enough. Y'all heard me and my addiction. That's just as simple as that. And this is, like I said, real life shit. This is no games. This is nobody, paying me to be an actor or an actress or anything like that. This is just a real life person that is going through a real life motherfucking addiction. And I bet you the next time I go motherfucking live, I will stick around and make sure that motherfucking live recording has been ended. But yeah, y'all heard. I must have got to the damn part where it turned into a porno, and I said, no, this is not it. Now, let me tell y'all, I did an amateur porn back in my days. I don't know where that motherfucking footage is at, and who knows who got paid off of it, whatever. But yes, I did a amateur porn back in the days, probably a couple of them motherfuckers, to be honest with you. And I took some amateur pictures and stuff like that too. And this was when floppy disk was motherfucking popular. Where them pictures is at, I don't know. Did I take them myself? Because I had some pretty good ass angles between my legs. But, y'all hearing what y'all heard, please. I'm so motherfucking nasty on motherfucking methamphetamine. I put the most popularist pornographic bitch to shame. Okay, I put all them hoes. I mean, I ain't gonna say all of them because some of them bitches probably nastier than me. But I put a lot of the motherfucking hoes, porno hoes, to shame, because I am a motherfucking freak, and I'm born on Halloween, and I'm a Scorpio, and Scorpios are the rulers of the genitals in astrology. Bitch, I will rule your motherfucking genitals on motherfucking methamphetamine. Okay, don't fuck with me. Anyway, so after the one scallywag left because they had something to do or someone to meet, that's when it turned pornographic. Y'all heard me asking the motherfucker to feel the methamphetamine in the head of his dick. Yes. Y'all think I'm finna sugarcoat some shit because no, I'm not about to sugarcoat any motherfucking thing. I was high on methamphetamine. I wanted this motherfucker to smoke more meth and feel all that shit in the head of his dick. That's where men feel it at the most, the head, right? Okay. So you're not going to feel it in the shaft. You're going to feel it in the head. When the head goes into a booty hole or a vagina or a mouth or a fruit or the tail end of the tailpipe of your motherfucking vehicle, whatever it goes in, the head is going to feel it first. And that's why I be telling these motherfuckers, get you a good mushroom head hit. I am a nasty motherfucker when I am on methamphetamine. Yes, smoke that shit. Feel it all up in that dick, bitch. Yes, I am that whore. I hate to say it like that, but I am that person when I am under the influence of the devil's drug. And y'all probably was like, oh my God. So anyway, we left from that particular location and we ended up going to and it's mighty funny how the motherfucking recording after the damn after the sex act ended, is the damn recording stopped. Motherfucking Podbean, y'all was behind that bullshit, you nasty bitches. Anyway, we ended up going to a whole different area. And I don't know if that was on the recording or not, because when I was listening to it, there was a lot of thrusting and moving and whatever else going on. So, anyway, we ended up going into the back seat, and that's when I took control of the situation. And, Wendy Williams, honey, your mean knob ain't had nothing on that mean knob. The October motherfucking 5th, it probably was October 6th at that particular point. I have to make fun of my own self, because if I don't, then, I will be in a funk about some shit or whatever else. Not necessarily because my vibrations, I kept them high, and there's no other word to use but high. Not high in that aspect, but I kept my vibrations elevated, just put it that way, during this whole situation. And I just have to laugh at myself, because I'm just like, bitch, you did not stop the recording. You wanted to get high, but that is a part. When you are wanting and craving and whatever the case may be that bad, you just don't give a fuck about anything else. And I'm glad that you individuals that were left behind in the live chat heard what you heard, because it's just the nitty gritty in regard to what people go through when they are addicts, unfortunately. And so that's pretty much what happened. October 5th, So anyway, I ended up, because I sobered up a little bit before it was time to go to work. And I remember going to work, but I still had, remnants of the methamphetamine high going on. My body was, going through crash mode. I was tired. I fell asleep a couple of times standing up, while I was at my station of work. And it just reminded me of the casino, working that third shift job. And even though this is not a third shift job, but it just reminded me so much of that. And how can I say it? Just, my God, just being exhausted and whatever else the case may be. And I'm just like, this is not it. This is not my life all over again. And this is why the universe allowed me to have this little bit of quote unquote fun, because they wanted me to see myself, and they wanted me to, they just wanted me to see myself and ask myself, is this what the fuck I really want to be doing with myself? Chasing scallywags, getting high, sucking dick, whatever else the case may be. This is not what I am created here to do. I'm created for greatness. And if I don't see that, and if I don't feel that, and if I don't want that, and if I don't crave that, and if I don't go for that, then I'm never going to accomplish what they want me to accomplish. And I definitely don't, I can't say I definitely don't want to be fit. Well, I don't, because when I'm not under the influence of methamphetamine, I'm definitely not picking up scallywags. But baby, when I'm under the influence, honey, how many scallywags did I have? Let me see. I had maybe two or three scallywags. I brought one back to my apartment, and they was so motherfucking high. They was paranoid, opening up my blinds, booty ass naked, talking about they seeing motherfucking drones and shit. I'm like, baby, good night. I'm just like, I'm high, but I'm not this motherfucking high. I'm just like, God dang, can we just, have some fun? Don't y'all just hate that shit? Especially my people of addiction. Y'all know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You bring home a good motherfucking piece. You think you're about to get good and, get good and down to some motherfucking, sexual activity. All of a sudden they get to tweaking out on your ass. If they not searching the carpet for, some rocks, then if they not searching the carpet for some motherfucking rocks and shit, thinking that is dope or whatever, they looking out the blinds and doing all type of just and I'm sitting up here like, oh my God, if you don't calm your ass down, and I mean a nice looking piece, and it's just like, oh my God, the opening up the blind. I mean, child, I'm just like, if my neighbors, baby, it's just like, and if you trying to keep a low profile, then why did you open up blinds on? This is what I'm talking about, but I told y'all that there's something about the lifestyle that I like, and I'm afraid to give up. But I know that I need to give up because there's no good in it. The scallywag that I ended up fucking around with, after the one scallywag left, the porno session that, handful of y'all heard, we ended up getting into it because, once again, white people, I don't give a fuck what issues y'all have with black people. No one told y'all motherfuckers or told y'all ancestors to go to Africa and enslave my people and bring them back to, the States to enslave, to do all this work, because y'all lazy motherfucking asses didn't want to lift a finger to do shit, but y'all want to call us lazy. Anyway, whatever, hidden whatever y'all have against black people, y'all want to talk all this bullshit about black folks or whatever the case may be, but y'all want to, a black mouth around y'all little tiny ass white dicks, or you motherfucking want some black pussy, or you motherfuckers want some black dick, or you want, you want some black boy pussy. You want something that's motherfucking chocolate, bitch. And it just gets on my damn nerves. And so anyway, everything was fine until this motherfucker got to talking all this bullshit about, my people. And, I'm not going to be like I was back in Vegas and just sit back and just allow someone of a different race to downgrade my people because they're starting to feel a particular way about some shit now that they are high and feeling all, mighty and shit like that. First of all, don't let this motherfucking dope get your ass beat, because I'm a crazy motherfucker. I haven't told y'all the shit, when I was under psychosis, when I was in Las Vegas and I held somebody captive in my motherfucking apartment, and I took the motherfucking butcher knife friends that I still motherfucking have. And, you know, the friend that I'm not friends with until this day, from, you know, Maricopa or whatever, told me to please get rid of it. But I kept that motherfucking butcher knife from the Vegas days all the way until now. And I slowly sliced that motherfucker's forehead. And I will tell y'all about that at a different time. But, you know, as I said, don't let these motherfucking drugs get your ass beat, you know, because I am bipolar, you know what I mean? And I will switch real quick. I will be nice and sweet, and I will be the devil's advocate, and will try to kill your ass the next minute. I mean, just as simple as that. You know, I mean, so I don't even like to fuck with my own self, you know, because I know where I can go if I don't get any sleep on methamphetamine or whatever else the case may be. But again, I will tell y'all that story in regard to that young man in Las Vegas at a different time. But, facts, listening to this, I hope that you do not leave the platform, because I know you told me that if I relapse, you were going to stop following me. And, you know, I take that to heart. But, again, I'm only a human being. And if I was a robot, I would probably be a lot more happier, because I wouldn't be I wouldn't be living upon feelings and shit like that. But I have those things called feelings and whatever, and you are the only one that held me accountable, and I need people like you in my life. I know that I can't always run to you in regard to my addiction, or I can't be running to every, you know, I just have to, this is a battle that I have to deal with on my own. I already know this. Well, not necessarily on my own, but, you know, I have to make it happen. And I told y'all, I'm not bringing my birthday in high on methamphetamine. And that's what the fuck I meant. This was something that I wanted to happen, because I was sick of the cravings, and I was sick of going through what I was going through. And, I have to be stronger than that. So this is all a test in its own. I guess this is the universe's way of saying, what are you going to do next time we test you? And I failed this test big time. And I knew that I was going to fail, because I kept on, how can I say it, testing the waters, just testing the waters. So I think that I am going to change up a lot of things in regard to certain parks that I go to when I record. The laundromat, I may have to change, going to a different laundromat. I'm getting something to drink. Sorry. And I may even have to join I'll be damned if I'm going to a sober living place. I mean, I have my own place, and I can't give up my place, my Section 8, to go into a sober living place. I just need some other form of outlet, something that's going to keep me going. I do have a plan in regard to, because I don't have anything. I don't have any pets. No. My cat passed away. I spiritually killed her, unfortunately. I will talk about that a different time and date. Yeah, so I have an opportunity to get some parakeets. A friend of mine has, some parakeets. They have some eggs, and she actually has one for me. So when I get my paycheck, I'm going to make it a, plan to get a nice sized bird cage. I remember back in my middle school years, I had a parakeet, sky blue beautiful parakeet. Her name was Sky. And, I left her with my grandmother when I moved to Las Vegas, I didn't want to travel with my parakeet, and I wanted to leave a piece of me with my grandmother. And my grandmother kept that parakeet all the way until she passed away. But she never had a playmate. I never bought her one, and I feel bad about that, considering parakeets are very social. But I kept her company as much as I could, play with her, and stuff like that. And I just wish I had a bigger cage for her. That's the thing that kind of bothered me now, thinking about it. She had a bigger cage to maneuver around in. But anyway, I definitely want to get a large enough cage so that I can have about at least 4 or 5 parakeets. I think that would definitely keep me going, because even though I wasn't on hardcore drugs back in those days when I had my parakeet back in Rockford, Illinois, my parakeet and my dogs, when I had dogs back then, they were a source of living, that kept me going. They were that source of living that kept me going, having to feed them, having to clean up after them and stuff like that. And, speaking with them I miss that. So I think I'm going to surround myself with a lot of animals, starting with the parakeets, and probably get a fish tank or 2 and just keep it going from there, so that I can have a reason to keep living and have something to take care of. I only have me to take care of, and I think that if I had something else to take care of, plants and animals, I think that I don't think that I would want to be using, because I have, something to take care of and look after. And, So, we'll see, you guys. I know that the parakeets will come in soon. As soon as I get this, cage that's big enough, I will definitely have my new babies, here within my apartment. But, you guys, so that's pretty much what happened. Just a full-blown relapse, and I hate that it happened, but I'm glad that it did. I'm glad that everything went about the way that it did. I have 3 pipes on me now, considering the fact that the scallywag that I got into it with, that was talking all that bullshit about, my people, I put them out of my car, and I had their pipe in my hand. And I asked them if they wanted it back, and they didn't really say anything. I'm just like, well, here's your, pipe. I should have just threw it away, but I brought it home with me. So I have 3 of them motherfuckers. The one that's broke, and I have the one that I bought, and I have the one that they had. And nope, I have not smoked anything out of it, because there's nothing in there to smoke. So I pretty much cleared all 3 of them motherfuckers before. No, when did I clear them? It doesn't matter when I cleared them. I just cleared them. And I must have been before the 7th, or on the 7th is when I cleared them, because the 8th I didn't do anything. So it probably was around the 7th that I cleared the motherfucking pipes. And but what I'm going to do with them, I don't know. I probably will just keep the motherfuckers so that they will be a memory in regard to what the fuck I did, and what went down, and whatever else the case may be, and destroy them some other time. Don't think that just because I'm keeping them that, I'm going to use them. Well, I did with the other one. You know what I'm saying? When I got ready to relapse. But I was strong enough from August 24th all the way up until October the 4th. I was strong enough, and I didn't do any motherfucking thing. I didn't touch that damn pipe or nothing. And I can do it again. I know I can. Mind over matter, if I'm not mistaken. You know, as my grandmother said, you can do whatever the hell you want to as long as you put your mind into it. It's all about the mind and changing certain patterns and activities and things of that particular nature. You know, your mind is a powerful tool. If I can manifest motherfucking methamphetamine, then I can manifest a good life for myself without it. So it's just all up to my mind and getting my mind right. But anyway, I'm going to end this content because I'm going to make a ASMR video for my YouTube family. I seen that, and even in the midst of all of this, you guys, I am still being blessed. I received a follower on my YouTube platform, and I received you guys let me fax, and please fax, do not go anywhere, I beg of you. I received Fax, I received Shorty V, and I received Andrea Zentino. I apologize, Mr. Zentino, but I received you guys, and you know, that's just the universe's way of saying you're still being blessed, even though you did merge out the bandwagon. It's all about how you get back on that bandwagon and keep life moving. I could have lied about, you know, everything, but what's the point? You know, I mean, I was already caught up anyway when y'all, you know, heard everything after I thought that I, you know, got rid of the live session. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Shit, y'all done heard me slobbing on some mean knob. Y'all done heard me lighting up the pipe and whatever else case may be. And, you know, hopefully that's the last of that. Well, it will be the last of that. But anyway, you guys have a good one. I've almost kept you here for about a good who knows how long, but I wanted to explain what happened in pretty much full detail and go from there. Anyway, you guys, thank y'all for rocking out with me and listening to, you know, me explain the situation. Let me get ready to eat these poor skins because the bitch is hungry, and I'm about to put some hot sauce on these motherfuckers, and I'm about to chow down for my motherfucking YouTube family. All right, you guys, I am D Venom, and thank you for possibly allowing me to raise your vibrations with this episode. Just know that I am going to be on that straight and narrow once again. I know this makes day one of, you know, being sober, but that's okay. You know, this is going to be day 2, day 3, day 4, all the way up until my birthday. I refuse to bring in my birthday high on methamphetamine, and I guarantee you I won't. Anyway, oh damn, that's another thing. I'm supposed to be going back to Illinois. Damn, it's supposed to be this week because my godmother's celebration of life is the 12th of this month, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make it because of the flights. Matter of fact, I need to check flights and see if they have anything cheap, and if I can get a red eye out of here. Lord. Anyway, I just got a lot on my plate, but we'll see what happens. All right, you guys. Y'all be good, and namaste.